Good morning. Hey, good morning. Who you gonna call right now? Jenna. Who you gonna call right now? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to 11:11 with Jenna. I am Jenna. This is 11:11 with Jenna. I'm here 7 days, 7 nights, 14 times a week. It is Sunday, April 10th. Sunday, April 10th at 11:11. I am Jenna. If you are here, thank you very much. If you are watching it later in the day, thank you very much. If you're watching it on YouTube, thank you, thank you, thank you. Carla, what's going on, girl? I miss you. Jump on sometime. I want to hear about your new job and your beautiful jewelry that you posted the other day. Wowzers. Yeah. So, quick show today. So I'm going to bring on, ladies and gentlemen, Alex AJ Martinez. Oops. Can move that out of the way. Woo! Hey! Woo! There he is. Good morning, sir. How are you? Unmute. Unmute. Got the East Coast.
Am I being seen?
You are being seen and heard.
Am I being heard?
You are being heard.
Am I being seen?
You are being seen and heard. Twice.
Turn my phone down. Am I being? There we go.
We're getting the dose of AJ.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you?
Good morning. I am awake. I woke up about 10, 15 minutes ago. I slept in late because it's my day off, and woke up in a start because I'm like, oh my God, it's 11:12 with Jenna, and Alex is not. And then I realized it's 12 to 11.
Oh, okay.
With Alex
so that's
and his
when you woke
dreams.
up.
So
nice.
that's when I woke up.
Is today your day off?
Today is my day off.
And you shaved your head.
I shaved my head and I shaved my face too.
Nice.
To a little goatee. I did not shave my body. My body is still all natural.
I haven't seen your friend Lee for a while.
I'm sorry. I know Lee. Where's Lee?
I don't know.
He's been involved in. I guess he found another person to stalk. I mean, be friends with.
Even when I put his name in, I mean, he's still here, but I'm just going to text him right now and say, Lee, where are you?
He did post something to my board, my wall, my Facebook wall, this past week. Something to do with marijuanas. So
I saw it. I took a photo of something today. It's a guide of the emoji drug code. Did you know there's an emoji drug code?
Emoji drug.
Yeah,
what is emoji? Are emojis drugs?
No, they're dealer signals, Percocet, Xanax, Adderall. For universal for all drugs is the maple leaf for whatever reason. Cocaine is like a snowflake, a snowman, a crazy eight, a key. Marijuana is a palm tree, a Christmas tree, a four-leaf clover. Cough syrup is grapes or purple heart. Mushrooms are shrooms. Interesting.
Oh, obviously.
This reference guide is intended to give parents, caregivers, and educators influencers a better sense of how emojis are being used with illegal drugs. Who knew?
Right,
You know,
right.
I'm gonna put a palm tree on my page, dude. Palm tree.
It's so funny. It switches with my people. If I want to communicate such language to my people, it varies. It depends on who I'm talking to. Some people are like, speak in code, red team go, and the others are just like so blatant about it.
Dude,
Like,
I did
how
that.
much marijuanas do you wish to spend with me? And I'm just like, okay. So I gotta juggle depending on who I'm talking to. Texting, I have to juggle in and out of code. I feel like, Maxwell Smart, you know.
Yeah,
So,
kind of gets your brain going. That's good. Have you been
right.
making any cool food?
Let's see. I made man, I was like 3 for 3 this week, man.
Ooh, tell.
3 things that I made, people enjoyed and ate. It was like a meatloaf, and then I made um, a salad with like a chicken Caesar salad for. So I'm trying to incorporate salads back into my daily regimen. And then I made pasta al norcina, which is a cream-based sauce, ricotta-based sauce with ground pork and rigatoni noodle, which was very good. Once again, I get all my Italian inspiration from a Facebook presence, Vincenzo's Plate. It's this
Oh, okay.
Italian cook who is based in Australia, and he has really upped my game when it comes to Italian cooking. Learning that all these, all these what I thought were cream-based sauces, not using cream. He doesn't use cream.
No,
He
right. No,
uses
you use ricotta and different things like that. Hmm.
right. Like one of his
Nocina
favorite.
is. I've been to Umbria. Umbria is where Nocina is from. Is where it's
Mhm.
because Umbria is they do aged meats there. So they do put sausage in it or pork aged. Hmm.
Right,
I've been there.
right,
It's
right.
beautiful. Hello, Ra Morocco, Ra Morocco. Do, do, do,
Good
do, do.
morning, Julie. Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Carla. Who else is here?
Mama Grace. Oh,
Mama Grace is here. Good morning, Mama Grace.
some other people.
Um, and so yeah, no, I made that, and then I did a pan of enchiladas,
Mhm.
uh, which is just basic. I did the American no-no and did ground beef enchiladas, but it was half ground beef, half cheese, and vinegared onions,
Good.
because
Vinegared onions.
that's what Joy's mom wanted,
Like
and I
pickled
tried making
onion?
it. Yeah, kind of like a pickled onion. I didn't really. All I did was just add some rice wine vinegar, some chopped onion, sliced onion rather, and then just kind of let that marinate for a minute. But it wasn't like a long marinade, so the onion wasn't vinegary, punch in your face type vinegary.
Sounds
But
good.
uh, it was good. It was definitely good. I mean, when I cook, I tend to cook a lot, and sometimes food goes to waste. And that pan of enchiladas,
How
everybody ate it. It was gone. It was
how
great.
could food go to waste in that house? Aren't there like 7 men that live there?
There are some males in the house, two that are adults and two that are not. And the two that are not are 10 and 11-year-old kids, and their taste doesn't really go out of the spectrum of like chicken nuggets and tater tots and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
Um,
easy.
one of them. one of them loves spaghetti and like a bolognese kind of ground beef sauce. And he's very, for an 11-year-old kid, his palate is so well developed. It's scary. Like he can taste something and go, this is something just not right. And I know if I cook it, he'll be kind of meh about it. But you know, um, but one of the things is he loves his spaghetti and he loves it a certain way. And I, I've my cooking in the house is described as fancy, just because I want to use a carrot or or a sofrito to start a sauce. That's fancy for people. So I've learned to just go basic when I'm cooking. When I attempt to cook for the kids or attempt to cook for the household that includes the kids, then I have to kind of go basic in some stuff. And so I made a spaghetti as well, a sauce, but instead of starting it with the sofrito and all that drama, I took one of the jars of tomatoes that I canned and used that as a starter, some paste, a little bit of tomato sauce, and whipped it up, and it was good. It was good enough for him. It got his little seal of approval, which I'm always proud of. Here am I. Here I am supposed to be cook. Here I am supposed to be cooking for Joy's mom and really kind of thinking in terms of her, and I end up being so happy that an 11-year-old kid ate my spaghetti sauce. So it's like, awesome. I know it was great. It was great. I was so happy. He's like, the salad tastes kind of funny, but the sauce was good. Thank you for the sauce.
The salad was a Caesar salad.
A little side salad. So yeah, I'm trying to incorporate the salads, and I got a box of spring mix to go with a head of romaine, and I just went to the store rather than buy the salad mix. I bought the romaine head, and when I got home, I just chopped it up and put it in a bag, and so that's on standby.
Yeah, always. I have at least 2 boxes at a time. I made something. If you've seen those, I'm gluten free. You've seen the wraps that are what do you call it? They're green, like a green tortilla.
Right, like a spinach tortilla. Right.
Yeah. I made them yesterday with just 2 ingredients. Well, I made basically a spinach crepe. You take a couple of eggs and spinach, half the blender filled with spinach, an egg or 2, and then you just make a really, really, really thin crepe. And there's my wrap.
So you blend the eggs with the spinach.
Yes. You can put
nice
turmeric or garlic or whatever in it, but then I used that and then I made a wrap with it.
Nice. Apparently I do something really unique when it comes to eggs here in this house, in that when I scramble my eggs, I scramble my eggs in a bowl and then put it in the pan, right? Most people here in the house, they crack the eggs right into the pan and then kind of scramble them up that way. And so I take the extra step to do that. And then Joy's mom prefers her eggs fluffy and not kind of flat. So I scramble the eggs once in this bowl and then put them in the pan and then scramble them up in the pan as well with the fork lightly, and then drag it all into the center with a rubber spatula. And my eggs are boom. For Joy's mom, I've got to up the flavor. So onion powder, garlic powder, pepper, and Parmesan cheese go into the scramble, and then throw it in there.
Sounds good. Yeah, good. Hello, Morocco. Well, I'm gonna need to jump off. I don't know if you watched the movie from last week. Julie, do you remember the movie? I have it in my photos.
Dune.
Nope, that was the before.
Oh, okay.
It's about love in. It was cute. It was a love story movie. It was cute. But
Did you happen to watch the bub? Did you happen to watch The Bubble on Netflix?
No, what's the bubble? Did we talk
The
about it?
Bubble is about. The Bubble is about.
Oh, the movie. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Right.
I did. Yes.
It was funny, right?
Yeah, it's a great movie. I'm thinking, what? The bubble? The bubble is, I start with eggs and milk, stir, add milk. Oh, you add milk to your eggs. Whoa. I've added
I've done that.
um, soda water, like a drop of soda water.
Really? That's interesting.
Kind of fluffs it up a little bit. I put soda water in my pancakes.
Oh. hmm That's interesting.
Fluffy. The
Interesting.
bubble is cool. I
The
like
Bubble is funny. The Bubble was very enjoyable. I
Bubble
liked
on
it.
Netflix. There's this other show that's on Netflix. I mentioned it yesterday or the day before. It's a Japanese show, and they've edited it down for us because we can't watch that long because our attention span is not as great. But
Right.
they leave children out in the middle of town, 2 or 3 year old
Okay.
kids. The parents work with the producers to okay it, but they put the kid like to go do an errand, and the kid's 2, and they're out on the subway. I'll look it up for you again. I can't.
Yes. Yes, please. I want to watch child abuse. Yes,
Okay, I know
please.
it's like, are you kidding me? And the crazy thing is the way Japanese Netflix toddlers. I watched part of one last night and I just couldn't. It's called um, a new Japanese
Julie?
show on Netflix sends toddlers into busy cities on their own to do chores and use public transportation. Experts are torn on whether it's good or not. It's called Old Enough.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that would be something that I generally would like just kind of glaze over, just kind of pass over, but I don't
It's
know.
been
Is this a recommendation?
it's been on TV. It's been on Japanese TV for 30 years, and the phenomenon
30
about it.
years.
30 years. And the wild thing about it says it features kids as young as 2 taking on tasks such as shopping for groceries, walking a mile to and from home, and navigating public transportation on their own. The cameras follow the children from a distance while they perform errands and challenges set by their parents and makers of the show. Um, the crazy thing about it on Netflix is um, it's how you have your own um, choices on Netflix. Like they've developed the longer we've had Netflix. Like you like comedies or you like rom coms or you like murder
Right.
mysteries. This is this is being advertised on everybody's platform. It's
Old
showing up.
enough.
It's probably on. It's so bizarre, and it makes sense because I've seen this other. You've seen those where the kids are cooking. You ever seen those? And they're like
Right.
a year and a half old, and they're chopping and cooking and making food. It's
Right. I'm familiar with like Master Chef Junior.
but no, I'm
A
talking about 3-year-olds making food,
Right, right.
and they're bowing to each other and serving food. This is takes it up a notch. They're on a train by themselves, cruising
It's so
through.
funny you go it's so funny you describe the show as 30 years old, been on the show, been on TV for 30 years. And I go, "Oh my God." And then realize it was started in the 90s.
Right. Oh, I know. Yeah, it's not since the 70s. It's the
Our
90s.
30 years is not the 30 years of 30 years ago.
Our 30 years is not the other 30 years ago that we kind of knew. We could say, yeah, 30 years ago,
Right.
but now it's really,
But you think about the advancements, right? In the 90s, 30 years ago was like the 60s, right? And then for us now, the 30 years ago was the 90s. And the technology and everything just shifts that dynamic so much that you don't, it's like, oh, well, it's the 90s.
well,
It's so funny that rap is that old too, right?
that what is?
When you think of rap and hip hop, you know, and that genre is so old now, It's so strange, but old enough. I'm good. If it's a recommendation, I'm gonna have to watch this absurd television show because that is
I
absurdity
know
to
you
the limit.
appreciate it, the absurdity. I know you do.
I've gone back and watched Monty Python's Flying Circus, also on Netflix. So
I wish I just never got into that humor. I just never did.
it's that British. It's so funny. We describe it as British humor, but it's not British humor. It's just like humor. And their thing was it's a skit comedy show with no transitions, no segues, no anything. It's just they'll go from one sketch and just steamroll into another sketch. And so that was the thing. And it's all really just dry and based on conversation. And yeah, it's humor. I got into it really early as a teen watching their movies, The Holy Grail and stuff like that. And
I think it may be more of a, I don't know, a guy thing or something that, because I used to try to watch Benny Hill when I was younger too, and I never really got the humor.
I'll be honest.
I like
I
Green.
watched Benny Hill. I watched Benny Hill because it was always on late at night,
Yeah.
and there was always the chance that there was going to be a hint of breasts in the show.
Boys. See, it's a boys show. No, Julie, this 30 years ago is not the 70s.
Right?
It's true.
Now wait a minute. I was earlier in the week. I was watching one of your shows with Patty, and it was going in and out. Right? I mean, my ability to watch was periodic. It was I was checking in and then had to do something to come back and check in. So one time where I had to temporarily check out, she was talking about joining the Mile High Club.
On a plane that was almost empty. She was dating the
Almost
pilot.
empty.
She was dating the pilot.
That's wild. That's awesome. That's so cool. I mean, I could tell some pretty hairy stories, but Julie, I want to hear more of that
Patty.
story. I'm gonna
Patty.
go Patty.
Not Julie. Patty. You got to
Not-
make sure you correct yourself on that one because Julie's watching the
I'm
show.
sorry. I'm sorry, Julie. I'm
That would
sorry,
be
Julie. It was
Patty.
Patty.
Patty she'd have on the suit and she would get on the plane.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I'm
That's
going
so
to
great.
see. I'm going to see Patty tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Nice.
No,
She is a
Tuesday.
Michigander,
As they say in
Illinois.
Illinois. She's an Illinois person.
What is that? What the Illinoisan?
I don't know.
Illinoisite?
Michigander, Californian, Illinoisan,
Illinoisan. Sounds correct.
Illigander, maybe Illigander. Canadian.
Illians.
A.
Illians. There you go. Illians.
Illians.
I like Illians.
Illin.
Let's just call them
Illins. Illins.
Illins. Like chillins.
Or Illins. Well, like Lillian likes to Chilean. Lillian's Chilean right now back there in the dark.
Oh, yeah.
Chilean Lillian. I'm going to jump off, brother. I got so much to do today because I need to finish my overall packing and get all my suitcases in a row and go take stuff back to the store. I'm getting paint. I'm having I was going to do it myself, but I'm having my friend Jerry's going to paint my stairway.
So you're packing for a tour. You're
Going
not
to
packing to
California.
move.
No, feels like it. If I
Okay.
was packing to move, I would ask each and every one of you to come over here. Help. No, I'm packing. I'm going back to the Bay Area. I have a gig on the 21st in Port Costa. And then
Nice.
to New Orleans. And then from New Orleans, I go back to California and do a gig in Vallejo. at
Okay.
at Godfather's Winery,
Okay.
and then from Vallejo I go to New York and do a gig in New York. Oh, and then I have a gig in Oakland, right? And then a gig at Jazz at Lincoln Center. I wish you could come.
I wish I could too. Just the finances didn't work out.
How long does it
So
take what's the train ride? How far is the train? Is it
it's like maybe 2.5 hours. But then with the train ride back and forth, and then an overnight stay, and the show itself, it just the it just became too expensive.
okay?
Just to
But
do like the basic.
if you can make it, I'll put you on the guest list.
I wish I could. It's
Okay,
just it was
I
weird
understand.
because everything kind of, after I talked to you, everything kind of stacked up, and it was like, ooh, if I would have paid for this to go to the show, then I'd be in a spot because of this other bill. And so it was unfortunate. It was an fortunate situation
So you figured it
because the because the money that I would have spent to go to the show became really important to have to use between the time then and now.
out. I
So
understand.
yeah, I wish I could, Jenna.
If something happens where someone goes, "Hey, I'm driving to New York tomorrow," and it's that Tuesday, May 24th, I'll put you on the list.
Okay, things do change, but we'll see. But I don't. I wish I could,
You never
but we'll.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you
So,
so much. Do you have a letter for me?
T for
T.
traveling.
Tree for traveling with Alex and Jenna and everybody here at 11:11. We're having some fun while he smokes a long tea for traveling is so much fun. We're having a good time and laughing too. And there she is, Miss Patty Loman. Ooh, Patty Loman's here now. You might want to watch the show. It might make your face glow. And I'll say, I love you all so much. Stay in touch. Have fun today. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And be real nice. And everybody come once or twice. O-T for you. And P for Patty too. And AJ, I love you. I really do. Everybody there for you. T for thoughts. Make 'em good ones. T for talk. Make it while you walk. T for heart. Make it tough and together. Walk widely, everybody.
Tremendous.
Love
Love
hard.
hard. Real hard.
Thank you.
But I love you, Jenna.
Love you too.